This is why I need Mike.
Oh, the green button.
Hello?
He says, Robin Slim Show.
Hello?
Robin Slim
Hey,
Show.
how's it going?
Good.
What's going on, man?
Got home from work?
I had to answer the phone.
Hold on 1 second, dude. Are we back?
Yeah, we are good to go.
All right. We're on with Ben Randall, right, Ben?
That's me.
How you doing, dude? You're a podcaster and a chef.
That's true.
Cool, dude.
Awesome.
And is your show's about stuff that's happened to you in restaurants?
Yeah. A couple of years ago, I decided I was going to start writing down all the stuff that had happened over the years, but that just sounded like work. So I thought, I'll buy a mic instead, you know?
Right.
Dude,
yeah.
that's great because I've heard so many stories of friends that have worked in that, profession, and just crazy shit goes down.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's cool. And I did check your show out earlier. I heard a couple episodes. I heard bits and pieces of it. They were great, dude.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem. What do you have your own restaurant, or have you ever?
You know, I haven't. What I need to do is find somebody who's really, really rich and not terribly bright to give me a bunch of money to open a restaurant. Right now, I'm doing institutional food service. Schools, because it's good hours and it's pretty good pay.
Cool.
And probably great content as well, right?
Yeah. I've got to be real careful not to cross the streams. I don't know when I'm talking about them.
You never cross streams. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I miss and accidentally cross the street.
Yeah, you do miss. You go under the stall divider and you just pee on the other guy's feet.
It hits the tank.
It hits the tip.
It hits the pipe in the back.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen go down when working in a kitchen?
Boy, I don't even know where to start. I saw a dude get arrested out of a kitchen once. I saw a fight where one of the cooks ended up falling down a flight of stairs.
Nice.
Actually, not the last job, but the one before that, the two owners threw us a big New Year's Eve party. So we closed early, and everybody was just out front drinking and whatever. Go into the back, and they're just screaming at each other. And then the next day, not open.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See a lot of drugs too go down, because I remember it was a pizzeria my friend Dave worked at in high school, and everybody in there was on something, man, and you could just tell. He said one of the guys was so drunk he would walk into you with the hot frying pan.
Oh.
What was that?
A pizzeria my buddy Dave worked in high school. Everybody in the place was on something. I didn't know if you've seen a lot of drug use over the years, because he said there was one guy that would be so drunk he would just walk into you with the frying pan real hot and burn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So baseline, everybody's drinking. The burger joint that I worked at, I was the sous chef, and I'd get there on a Monday, and the first thing I would do is make two vodka Red Bulls, one for me and one for the guy who was coming in. It was 1:00 in the afternoon, right?
Nice.
Who was opening with me, but I mean, for line cooks, you're fine if the guy's a weed smoker. You just know that toward the end of the night he's going to run out of steam.
Yeah.
If your prep guy is on coke, he's probably going to be really good.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's gonna be rocking.
Front of the house, your servers. That's where you're getting your coke. That's where you're getting your real heavy drinkers. But that's all nighttime. Cooks are going to drink right straight through the shift.
Ever got any meth heads in the back there?
Oh, I never thought of that.
I actually replaced a guy. So I worked at a place that had just opened up in August, and then they hired me in October. And I said, "What happened to the first sous chef?" And he was a meth head, and his ex-girlfriend. Yeah. Well, they found that out afterward, right? So his ex-girlfriend came in. They'd been broken up for 2 years, and she showed up. She didn't even know he worked there. He ended up punching a brick wall and breaking his own hand, and then, he was gone after that.
Wow!
That's amazing.
And 2 weeks later, they've got me.
Nice. Yeah, you can reap those benefits.
So there's no drug testing then that goes on for...
Nah. You got to be on something sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's tough. I mean, you get out of work at 1:00, 2:00 in the morning, and then you're not falling asleep till 4. It's way easier to have a 6-pack and fall asleep at 2:30.
Yeah. I was a prep chef prep cook for a summer, and I hated it. Not even a whole summer. I think I lasted like a month, and then I called my uncle. I'm like, dude, can you get me an office job where you work? And he got it. Dude, it's stressful. It's nonstop, man. Like I was on the line for like salads or some shit. I couldn't take it. I did the prep stuff. The prep stuff was okay. Like you got stuff ready in the back in the morning. But yeah, then they moved me to the line. I could not take that, man.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. I say that every kitchen is either a circus or a pirate ship, and they both, kind of run. But it just depends on on your personality, you know.
What do you prefer, the circus or the pirate ship?
Pirate ship for sure. Circus is it's tougher to manage a circus. Obviously I like a pirate ship if I'm the guy driving the boat.
Yeah.
But it also, it depends. Like, if you're working at a place where the owners are married to each other, get out as fast as you can. You know.
Oh, okay.
My dad always told me never work for family, so I can only imagine like a husband and wife or like brothers like getting into it and shit.
Oh yeah, if you're stressed out all day and then you go home and you can just tell your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and then you're fine the next day, they'll take it home and just talk about it and then bring it back the next day.
Oh,
yeah, there's no relaxing.
Dude, yeah, that's bad. That's bad news bears. How long have you been a chef for?
I started cooking when I was 14, so that's going to be 24 years now.
Wow.
Obviously I wasn't a chef right away. And I was living in, northern Michigan, so I guess child labor laws be damned, right? I was working till 1, 2 in the morning.
Wow. What's your specialty?
My specialty is not having one. Every time I leave a job, I try to go to something that's totally different. So I'll go from the Four Seasons Hotel to a Creole restaurant to a high-end grocery store. I've been trying to get as much different stuff as I can.
That's cool.
Now, do you do that purposely? Like, how long do these jobs last, and are you leaving them on your own, or...
You've seen my resume, then. In 24 years, I've had 23 jobs.
Wow.
But, in my defense, a lot of those happened at the same time, where I'd have a part-time gig at the same time I'd have a full-time, But, usually jobs last me a year and a half, 2 years.
And is it, again, are you leaving on your own, or do you get fired from them, or do they just...
Both?
I'm usually leaving on my own. I get bored.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After I've done something, and like if I'm working at a place that's Tuscan Italian, great. I can work there for a year and a half and learn everything that's on the menu, and then see that same spring menu come back again and be like, all right, it's time to go.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about getting on any of the like competition shows?
My best friend, actually the guy who's on the podcast with me, Steve, wants me to go on to Chopped. Which I think is probably the only one I would do.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ramsey seems like a dick. I love watching him, but I don't even know if he still does it, but he seems like such an asshole.
He also seems like he's, like, fucking stressed, like,
yeah,
all the fucking time.
Yeah. Well, and I've been yelled at by so many chefs over my career, like, I wouldn't be able to take it seriously. Like, I've had a lot of people yell at me in my time.
Nice.
But something like Chopped, where it's just me doing a thing against other people, that's
Yeah. Have you ever done like pastry stuff, like baking or anything like that?
A little bit. If I'm baking, I'm mainly doing bread, because pastries requires a lot of like precise measuring and stuff like that, and I can't get into that. I'm too much of a little bit of this, little bit of that kind of guy.
Yeah. Nice.
So now I'm curious, do you cook for yourself? Like, when you go home, do you make yourself like a big meal, or are you like, after doing that all day, you go to a fast food restaurant?
Depends on the day. I'm lucky because I've got a family, so I'm cooking for my kids and my wife, 3 or 4 days a week. Cool. And that's the nice thing about this job is I'm working days, so I get to do that. They're going to be out of town next week. I'll probably just eat garbage.
Yeah.
just chips and
yeah. That's a single guy thing.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, and I'm not going to impress myself. Like, I've always used food to get laid. And there's nobody in the house,
Got nobody to impress. What about yourself, though? You might want to get yourself in the mood. Now, your show, Ben, is called In the Weeds. I wanted to ask you how the name played into that. Like, how'd you pick the name?
Oh, for sure. That's a classic restaurant term. So, you know, your dinner rush starts at about 6:45, 7 o'clock, and by 7:30 you're just fucking buried. And you get to a point where you're either managing it and you're okay and things are coming in and things are going out at the right speed, or you just get buried to the point where you lose track and then you're in the weeds. That's
Okay,
that's
cool.
what that is.
Nice, dude.
I think it comes from World War II, but I don't remember exactly the
Yeah.
origin of that.
What's that? Scotch.
What I wanted to ask too. I love the Star Wars episode and the one about the space food and stuff. I want to ask you what your take on that. What was the crap they had in the Force Awakens? The little blue powder they.
Oh
they,
yeah,
that looked like meth, and then what did it turn into? Bread or something? Like, what was that, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a couple of things about that. I think it was just supposed to be a really cool effect where she just mixed up that powder with the water and it turned into a little. Like, that seems like a long way to go to get a dinner roll, you know?
I
Yeah.
always liked.
Sounds like a magic trick.
I always
anything
thought,
else.
like,
It looked like
Yeah.
meth at first or something. I don't know. Heroin. I don't know what it looked like.
I used to watch the Star Trek series with my dad, and they would fucking eat the fucking Klingon things. They would eat the worm, like, live worms or something. I always thought that was hilarious.
I like the Jetsons. I want the vitamin.
Oh
pill.
yeah, the
vitamin
right,
meals.
yeah.
pills. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like a full meal, like
Yeah.
in one little pill.
Oh, and I'll be honest with you guys. I love what I do, and I love cooking for other people, and I love cooking for myself too. But boy, the day we get a food pill that just replaces a meal, I'm all behind that. You know? if I can just have breakfast and a pill, and then really focus on making a fancy dinner and that kind of thing, just cook one meal, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious about, like, when you work at a restaurant, do you have to go by the recipes they supply you, or do you get to kind of customize them any way you want?
Well, what I always tell people is that there's 10 ways to do everything, but the only way to do it is however the chef of that restaurant wants you to do it. So, I mean, I can make Caesar dressing 4 or 5 different ways, but I'm going to do it the way that the chef of that restaurant wants me to do it.
Yeah.
What's the
And that
weird?
was,
Oh, keep going. Sorry.
oh, I was going to say, that was a tough lesson for me to learn as like a headstrong cook who wanted to be my own fucking boss and all that.
Right.
But then when I became the boss, it made a lot more sense when I was trying to tell people, no, you have to do it this way.
So then now when you do cook for, like, your family or yourself, is that when you get creative with it and kind of, base your own recipes on things you've learned throughout the years?
Yeah, that's a lot of fun for me. There's in the industry, there's what's called the black box test, where you do a cooking interview,
Okay.
and the chef will just give you a pan with ingredients in it, and you have an hour or you have 2 hours to make, say a salad and an entree with sides, and you have to use everything in the pan. That's my favorite kind of test. If I get that test, I'm going to get the job because that's fun.
Yeah, that sounds
it's,
really cool.
What's the weirdest, like the most bizarre thing you've ever cooked? Like,
Well, I don't know about most bizarre, but when I was at the Four Seasons in Houston, Texas, we brought in whole live scallops, and I'd never seen them in the shell before. The shell's like the size of a fucking catcher's mitt,
oh yeah.
right? And so what we were doing is we were cracking them open and taking the scallop out and then cleaning them out because they're just full of mud. It's a filter feeder. And we were washing the shells because we were going to sear them up and then serve them back in the shell out in the dining room. And about halfway through, it occurred to me, I was like, we're basically serving this thing in its house. That's just kind of rude.
I think like cleaning shrimp is gross too. The turd line and the shells. It's just they're gross.
What about frog legs? Ever did frog legs before?
No, I never did frog legs. But when I was at the Creole joint in Houston, we did turtle soup. It was traditional standard that we did. And the first time I made it, I was really nervous because I didn't know how the turtle meat was going to show up. And luckily for me, it was just, like this tub of turtle meat. And I was terrified I was going to get turtles.
Yeah. Oh,
like
man.
live snapping turtles.
Yeah. Does any food gross you out?
I don't know about gross me out. There's some stuff that I just don't like. And then people get all weird about that. And I'm going, I do this for a living. If anybody should be able to not like fennel, it should be me, because I've worked with it forever, But, yeah, anything that's got that black licorice flavor, so star anise, fennel, fennel seed, even that kind of stuff. Even dill a little bit I don't like.
Yeah.
What about, like, special orders? You ever get any, like, just the most ridiculous special orders that you're like, why does this person even want to eat this?
That or
Like, it doesn't make any
allergens, I
sense.
was going to ask too. Like, do you ever have to, like, have, like, 20 allergies you have to, like, cater to?
Yeah, well, So there are these cards you can get. I'm in Chicago now, and I worked at a wine bar that was up in one of the northern suburbs. And there are these cards you can get. So if you are allergic to something, you can hand it to your server, and it'll say, I'm allergic to iodine, so I can't have, shrimp and crab and lobster. And then they can take it to the kitchen, and you can be safe, right? I saw a handmade one where this lady had written that she was allergic to all dairy, including eggs. So she was afraid we were using cow eggs, I guess.
Right.
And that she was allergic to ham, but not bacon.
So
really,
it's the same.
I know, right?
If it's Friday, it gets all the bad shit out.
Well, she's allergic to ham, but not the delicious kind, right? So she was giving us the list of shit she didn't like.
It's related to the ass of the pig, but not the belly.
Right.
Wow, dude. And what is a gluten allergy? What is a gluten to begin with? Is that like
I dated a gluten.
Oh!
Yeah.
Like a really fat person?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Gluten,
No, it was weird though. It was like she got sick once because she used like a toaster. She had like she had Pop-Tarts that were gluten. She had Pop-Tarts that were gluten free, and she didn't clean out the toast.
I remember this shit.
She didn't clean out the toaster, I guess, and her roommates had used the toaster before. And I guess some of the breadcrumbs have gotten on the Pop-Tarts, so
what
made
happened?
Her,
Did
really
she
sick. Like
close the throat, or did
it
she just
just-
shit uncontrollably?
No,
or?
you
it just makes her like very
Wow.
very sick. And like I couldn't like kiss her after drinking a beer and shit like that. Like it was weird.
Wow.
Yeah. She might have just been crazy. I don't
She
know.
just started shitting while you kissed her.
All over the fucking couch.
Oh, gravy leg. Oh, fuck.
Man.
Sounds like a real fun date, Slim.
She was also a bitch. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
Well, the thing about gluten is that, it's like almost 1% of the population is actually allergic to gluten. And it is bad when it's bad.
Yeah.
But then a shitload of people also think that they're allergic to gluten, and they're really not.
Is that-
So the ones that are,
Yeah.
it's no. The ones that are just liars are just.
Ben, your phone's breaking
really
up,
all there is
dude.
to it.
Ben, sorry, your phone was breaking up there.
Oh, yeah, it's way fewer people than say that they're gluten free.
I can't
Mainly
believe
people are just liars.
we should just let them die off then. Like if it's that little bit.
Why
of
would
a-
you lie just for attention? Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
what I
I'm
thought.
gluten free.
Is it like they think they're healthier too?
I
Probably.
knew someone that
I'm so much
used to
better for no glutens.
fucking
Yeah.
lie about having cancer. So people,
What?
Yeah, man. So
that is
people
true.
will lie about anything, man.
And I've heard.
Well, yeah,
Sorry,
people
go
want
on.
to feel,
Yeah. Oh, that's ridiculous. But yeah, I have heard like people like gluten-free diets are healthier and stuff like that. It's like
How? I know that like in a school, like if a kid in the class has a peanut allergy, nobody in class can have
Yeah,
peanut
man.
peanut butter
Oh, that's
sandwich or
dumb.
something. Because then if they touch a light switch and then that kid touches it, then yeah, it's bad, I guess, for the kid.
Yeah, all the schools in Chicago are peanut and tree nut free because of that, and it's a bummer, but I understand it. My son is in one of the CPS schools, and so if he was allergic, I'd feel good about that.
Yeah, it does kind of make sense, but those Reese's cups are so good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Some
god.
Yeah.
kids are
No,
sloppy little bastards. They just get covered with peanut butter and jelly. My sister works in a preschool, so she's got to clean these little fuckers up.
I mean, my feeling on it is that if I send my son to school with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and a kid who's allergic to peanut butter gets some of it and has a reaction, well, that's what that little thief gets. for
Yeah.
stealing my kid's lunch, you know?
Or if he trades, maybe he doesn't know and he's trading. Or he just wants it. He's like, I want to know what it tastes like. And then
It's like the bully, and he punches the kid and eats his peanut butter sandwich, and he has like a reaction. It's poetic right there. It's just-
Instant justice.
Oh man. What I was thinking too, Ben, I was gonna open my own restaurant. I wanna open like at a rest stop on the highway, a Hot Pockets restaurant where they tell me what they want, and I microwave their Hot Pocket for them, and it's like $12 a Hot Pocket.
amazing.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you do a fair amount of business. The number of people, like, you don't want to be on the highway if you are. so you want to get where you're going as fast as possible, and that's why fast food restaurants do so well, you know?
Nice.
And I mean, let's be honest, you're going to a McDonald's or a Hardee's or something, they're microwaving all their food anyway. We all know. You know, we still eat it, but we know that's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Plus, you would attract all the hipsters, too. They'd be like, yo, this guy microwaves Hot Pockets for you. It's amazing.
He's saving the day and the environment. Yeah. So give me your credit card, Pete. I'm going to go for that loan, and we're going to open that store.
Then we'll be drowning.
Well,
in
especially
hipster
yeah,
babes.
if you have like a fig and goat cheese hot pocket, oh yeah, it's hipster central.
Oh wow.
I fucking hate goat cheese, man. I just hate goats in general. They're fucking just vile animals.
Why?
My boss has a goat, and he oh god, no, just don't even get me started.
I want to get you started. I want to hear him.
We've heard about the goat, the raping goat.
Doesn't he like?
He rapes chickens. He smells. He stinks. He spits. He raped this woman. He tried to rape a girl.
Big Willie? Is the goat and Big Willie the same person?
No, but they should meet because they'd be good friends.
They live in a shed together.
Oh, they both live in a shed.
Who just has a goat?
Yeah, why do they? Well, they have chickens too, right?
Well, my boss's wife has been trying to tell him to get rid of that goat, and he just wants to keep the
so
goat
attached.
around.
Why is he so attached to the fucking goat if it's doing all that
his-
fucked up shit?
Like his puppy dog or something. I don't know, man. Like,
He just goes out and like cuddles the fucking goat.
Is the goat good to him at least? Like, is the goat like?
oh, it behaves in front of him.
Oh,
So
so it's a
turns
real
his back.
asshole.
Yeah, it's a dick, man.
when he goes to take a shit, the goat just starts fucking headbutting you in the asshole.
It started fighting my friend Tom one time, and it was pretty funny. I wish I had gotten that.
I wish I could see that. Oh my god, you got to get footage of it. What do you see it every day when you go to work?
Oh yeah, man, dude. I pull in the other day, right, and I open the door, and he's standing right there.
Why don't you hit it with your car, bro?
I want to so bad.
Just do it. Stop wanting.
Yeah.
Make your dreams come true.
Yes. God helps those who help themselves.
And he looks like Satan too. He just straight up.
It's
looks
red.
Like
the goat
Satan.
is red. All right.
No. He just has that demonic look to him.
What if you put your thumb in its ass? Would that teach you the lesson?
He'd probably like that.
Oh.
That would summon a demon.
I mean, the thing lusts after chickens. They got a female.
Does anybody eat goats?
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of Middle Eastern cultures and Caribbean.
You should eat that goat, Pete.
Ugh,
You should prepare that goat. You should get that goat, and we'll cook them for you.
nah.
I'll microwave
I'm
them,
not
bro.
gonna do with goat, man. And I hate their fucking
Have you guys ever
milk.
had that coffee from Indonesia where they feed it to this little fox?
Oh, I heard about it when they
Get
feed to a
that
cat. There's one they feed to a cat where it
Yeah.
shits out the beans. That's the
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, you can do that with goats. So you can put this goat to work.
Oh,
You should, Pete.
oh man.
You could have your own goat poop coffee.
You don't want that flavor, man. Trust me.
Oh, that's great. Ben, we have to wrap this up, dude, but where can everybody find you?
Well, my podcast is on iTunes. Look for us at In the Weeds with Ben Randall. And then on Twitter, it's In the Weeds WBR.
Awesome, dude.
And right now, we've actually kind of run out of my resume. So we're all the way current with all the restaurants I've ever worked at. So I'm going to start interviewing Chicago chefs and restaurateurs. That's going to be the next phase of the podcast.
Cool, dude.
Cool, man.
It's a really good show. I definitely recommend people check it out.
Thanks, man.
No problem, dude. Have a good one.
Take care, Ben.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, guys.
Come on, dude.
This is a silly thing, but Ben Riley, wasn't that a Spider-Man character?
No, that was Peter Parker's clone.
That was Peter Parker's
and he
clone.
became the Scarlet Spider.
Ben
I
Randall.
thought so.
was his
Oh,
name.
Ben Randall. Okay, I
No,
was
yeah,
thinking
you're
Ben
talking about
Riley.
Peter Parker's clone.
Peter Parker's clone was Ben Riley.
You need to presidential up.
Yeah, that's why I handed him my scotch.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I got it right here.
fuck yeah. I didn't even think we were going to go this route, but we might as well.
All right, guys, we're going on break. We'll be back.
Oh yeah, I got a picture of this fucking thing.
The goat.